I could be better, but I'm
Yeah.
glad to be here.
Alright, and I'm so glad you made it here. Like I said last time, it's such a great thing that you have taken the steps to take care of yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, how did you make it here? How did you find your way around?
Oh yeah, so I took Bart over because we
Mhm.
only have the one car, and my husband needs it to get to his job. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Okay, well,
yeah,
very good. You're using public transportation and you make it here in time.
yeah, yeah. That was good, huh?
So, how's your week?
Well, so I'm continuing to have trouble with my teenager. It's
Mhm.
just he really gets. We just fight a lot.
Yeah.
He's a big weed smoker, and I really don't like it. I'm so worried about how he'll turn out, and
Yeah.
so I just, we'll have one of these fights, and then I'll just get into one of these downward spiraling moods where I just have to go lie down and can't function very well.
Yeah. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? You know, your reactions and how this has been affecting you?
Well, I don't know if you're a parent or not, but we all want the best for our kids, and so
Yeah.
to have a teenager who wants to smoke weed rather than say, you know, be like looking for colleges
Mhm.
or maybe looking for a girlfriend or, finding a job, it
Yeah.
just seems so anti-productive and just not at all what I had in mind for him. I'm just so disappointed.
You're a very caring parent and you're afraid for the future of your child.
Yeah, I am. I guess that's true. I'm afraid for him.
Yeah. And then how is this affecting you? So you go lay down. What happens usually after one of these incidents?
Well, sometimes, I just feel so depressed because I start wondering what I did wrong when I
Mhm.
raised him. How could I end up with a kid like this? I feel like I did all the right things. I read to him, preschool, moved to a good school district, all the things you can think of.
Yeah.
I did work full time, but he always had good care. Um, so anyway, there's the self-blame and the self-doubts about whether,
Mhm.
a lot of people blame parents, especially mothers, when their kids don't turn out very well.
Yeah.
So then I'm just like, it feels exactly like water going down a drain. I
Uh-huh.
can't stop these negative thoughts.
But it's all your fault.
It's my fault that he's
Yeah.
going to be a failure even though he's only 17. It just
Mhm.
feels like it's like in my mind it's all already happened. Like yeah. So,
It's unsalvageable.
yeah, I just can't solve it. So sometimes I'll have a drink of maybe a glass of wine, and then I'll just
Mhm.
go in my room and turn off the lights and,
Yeah.
you know, try to sleep because that helps.
Yeah. It's it's definitely a difficult situation and a situation that every parent experiences, right? The
Mhm.
love for our child is so big, and
Mhm.
like you said, it's very common to think that every decision they make, it's a reflection on us, and if they don't make the best decisions, it's our fault.
Mhm.
But as you said, and no matter how many times I say it, you have done a lot for your kids. You're a very caring mother, hard
Mm.
worker. You have provided for them. You've given them such a safe space.
Mm.
And that's why, it's important for you to take care of yourself too. And that's why we're here. So that you can continue being that great mother and
Mm.
being present.
Right.
But this is definitely an interesting time in both of your lives, right? Your son is 17, he's moving on, he's trying to be his own person, and
Mhm.
also this is time for you to find yourself as someone else besides your kid's mom,
Mhm.
which is very tough. It's a very difficult um, time.
Yeah, sometimes I just look at pictures of him when he was a baby because
Yeah.
that was we had more fun then.
Mhm.
So you can control them, what they wear, what they
Mhm.
eat, whether they sleep, all of those things. And when they're teenagers,
It's
you have to
harder.
let go a lot, and it's hard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Would you be able to tell me of a time where you were able to solve a situation with your child um, in a way that you felt good about it, that it was satisfactory?
Hmm. Well, maybe, I guess when he was in grammar school,
Mhm.
um, he was in a classroom of kids, and I volunteered because he was kind of shy.
Mhm.
So I went in, I guess I went in a couple of times a week, and that seemed to help him.
How so?
Mhm. Well, he always liked it when I came. He looked happy, and I think it helped him feel more comfortable there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a great example.
Mhm.
And how are things now with him?
Oh, well, as I said, we fight a lot, 'cause he doesn't think anything's wrong with smoking weed.
Mhm.
It's legal in Colorado now. A lot of people just think, well, everybody smokes weed nowadays, and so we have a difference of opinion, and he
Mhm.
wants to assert his opinion, and all his friends smoke weed,
Yeah.
so I guess I'm just looking for something that we get along about anymore, and it's hard to find it.
That's a good idea, trying to find some common ground
Mhm.
and try to move the relationship besides the weed, because that seems to be taking all of the attention.
Right.
Does it?
Yes, it does.
Mhm.
It's always on my mind, and yeah.
So let's think, are there any other times in your relationship with your son where you guys are able to share something else?
Well, he likes to go to Target and shop
Mhm.
for clothes. We usually, you know, get along okay then.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
All right.
And sometimes we go to the movies. We haven't in a while, but we both like the
Mhm.
movies.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And I wonder if you guys are able to talk more freely. For example, when you guys are shopping for clothes, usually when kids are distracted, they're able to, talk a little bit more and engage.
Mhm.
I'm wondering if you would be able to have more heart-to-heart conversation with him while um, shopping.
Yeah, or in the car. We often talk in the car. We usually get along there.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And what would you like to tell him?
Well, just that I don't want him to be, I have this picture in my mind of people
Mhm.
who just smoke weed and they don't have anything in life. And,
Yeah.
he's so young, he doesn't realize that you got to get an education or a job, and so that you have a way to support yourself. And you can't be sitting on the couch smoking weed and thinking somebody's going to serve you a sandwich or something,
Mhm.
It's like he needs to realize
Yeah.
what reality is.
Is that what he's doing now, though?
Well, he goes to school, but
Okay.
he doesn't get very good grades, and then
Mhm.
he and his friends are in his room with the door closed, smoking weed, as far as I know,
Yeah.
playing video games.
And from my experience, and I hear the love you have for your child and
Mm.
that you want the best for him.
Mhm.
But I know for adolescents it can be hard to hear these things when it gets mixed up with our frustrations, because I know you're also afraid and that can come up differently.
Mhm.
So I wonder if whenever you talk to him, you could maybe try focusing on this more positive things, like I care for you and I want the best for you, and I was wondering what your plans are and what your goals and aspirations are, keeping it more in inquiring way and asking him instead of more of giving judgment.
Mm.
I don't know how that sounds for you.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'm just not even seeing anything else now, just the
Right.
weed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's so much more to him, right?
There is, yeah. Yeah, there is.
He's still that boy that loves and cares, and I'm sure he
Mm.
wants his mom to approve.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he probably somewhere deep inside still loves me, but he thinks I'm a square because I don't believe in weed smoking.
Right. So I wonder if we can move the relationship away from the weed and bring it back to, mother and son and that love that's there.
Mm.
If that could help. I mean, it's one avenue that we can go.
Hey, that's a nice idea.
Mhm.
I might be able to do that.
And then again, we can always bring the conversation here.
Mhm.
Right now I'm here as your therapist and we're working on this depression and this hard feelings that you've been dealing with.
Mhm.
But we can always have a family session and facilitate that conversation in a way that will be productive for everyone, so that everyone can hear what's really being said without this other things. Um, you know, they can really block communication.
Mhm. Yeah.
So if you're interested, you can do that.
Okay, that sounds good.
So last week we were talking about a thought diary.
Mhm.
Do you remember?
Mm. Yeah, I think so.
And I was wondering if you were able to do the homework and talk about it, write down a situation where you felt depressed and see what the thoughts that were present during that situation and how you felt in your body and the things you did.
Mm. Sorry, I do remember we talked about
Mhm.
that, but I didn't get around to it. It just
Right.
was too depressed.
It's understandable. It's so hard to do things when we're having these emotions.
Mhm.
But let's think about what may have gotten in the way.
Let's see. So I spend a lot of time at work, and then
Mhm.
when I get home, I
Yeah.
just wanna I wanna communicate with my son, and
Yeah.
I keep thinking things might go better. And then, as I said, I just sort of pass out, usually in bed. So yeah, sorry, I should have done that
Oh,
homework.
it's okay. It's okay. This is not about adding things on your plate. So if you don't think you're ready for that, it's absolutely understandable.
I like the idea. Maybe I just need to have like a calendar reminder, so I do it first thing when I get to work before the day gets
That
so
could work.
busy.
Something that we can try is also doing it here,
Mhm.
face to face,
Sure.
verbally. Would
Yeah.
you like to try that out?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
All right. So let's think of a situation where you felt depressed.
Should it be about my son or something else?
Absolutely anything you think is relevant.
Okay. Well, I guess I feel kind of depressed about not being able to make it to the gym anymore.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So I think I wake up and I think, oh, it's too late, I can't go. Or maybe the night before I'll think, oh, I can make it to the gym. But then I'll wake up
Mhm.
and it's not enough time to go
Yeah.
to the gym, and then I just feel depressed, and it kind of starts the day off wrong.
Right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. So you wake up and the first thought that comes to mind is, I'd like to go to the gym.
Yeah, I was going to go to the gym today.
And
Yeah.
then what would be the second thought that comes to
Just,
mind?
oh, look at the clock, I can't go.
And the reason why you can't go would be?
It's too late. I slept through my alarm, or I turned the alarm
Mhm.
off and didn't get up.
Okay. So then let's backtrack a little bit. Then before you woke up, there was an alarm. Did you hear it?
Yeah, I heard it, but
Okay.
I just turned it off.
Right. Do you remember if there were any thoughts in your head when you turned the alarm off?
I guess I was asleep, so I'm not sure. But I think it might be a habit,
Yeah.
that I am so used to failing that I just don't even, it's like I need to rewind and like have a different outcome. It's always the same.
Right. So then maybe in your mind the thoughts are coming up is like, why go to the gym? Things are gonna stay the same. Why even try?
Right.
You're at that point.
Mhm.
That can be a very hopeless place.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
But there are alternatives, and you're already even coming with your own solutions, right? You
Mhm.
mentioned adding things into the calendar, setting reminders. So we have this situation, which it seems to happen pretty regularly, right? This is kind of like your morning routine,
Mhm.
starting with this negative thoughts that talk about failure and cycling.
Right.
What do you think are some alternatives that we can break the cycle? Let's see if you can come up with any ideas. Otherwise, I can help you out.
Well, I guess one thought is if instead of getting in a fight with my son when I get home from work and drinking, I could go to the gym then instead,
Mhm.
after I make sure he has dinner.
So instead of trying to schedule the gym for the morning,
I could go at night.
yeah,
Not every night, but maybe if just like a one or two nights a week.
that's a great start. Starting with once a week.
Mhm.
And you know, it's proven that exercise helps with mood.
Mhm.
So actually just going to the gym is going to release some endorphins in your system that may actually lift your mood too.
Mhm.
It's almost like a natural drug.
Yeah, I've gone regularly before and I love it.
Has it helped in the past?
Mhm. Yeah.
There you go. What classes have you taken?
I just like to do the circuit with the
Uh-huh.
weights. I
Yes.
like to lift weights.
Wow, that's good. And how do you feel after you're done doing a session?
Kind of nicely tired
Uh-huh.
and stronger.
I wonder if you're able to sleep better?
It's hard to say. I've been
Yeah.
drinking so much coffee. Maybe.
Uh-huh. Tell me more about the coffee.
I find that coffee makes me more energetic,
Mhm.
and that I get sort of a happiness from it, like
Uh-huh.
even though it doesn't last.
Yeah. However, you mentioned it next to maybe not being able to sleep very well. Are there any drawbacks to the coffee?
As long as I don't drink it too late in the day, I can usually sleep okay. Especially if I drink, then I just pass out. But I don't really want to be a drinker.
Are you drinking every night?
No.
Uh-huh.
Well, maybe. Depends.
Mhm. Depends on what.
Uh, how things are going with my son.
Yeah. Is it getting in the way?
Getting in the way of our relationship, the alcohol.
Of your life.
Of my life. Well, it might be one of the reasons it's hard to get up in the morning.
It could be.
It could be. Because, I don't think you sleep as well when you drink.
No.
It's not as good sleep.
Yeah, it's definitely a more restless sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And then, are you having headaches in the morning?
No, just
Okay.
drink coffee and it takes everything away.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Do you think you will be able to go to the gym once a week, like you were saying? On a scale from 1 to 10, how doable do you think it is?
Maybe a 5.
Okay, 5 is good.
Yeah.
How could we take it to a 7?
Hmm. I don't know at this point. I don't know. One friend was telling me that she once bought a new pair of exercise pants and that made her feel like going.
Mm-hmm.
And another friend said she goes out for a special coffee drink as a reward after she goes.
Uh-huh. So
So,
what are things we can think together that may help you motivate to go to the gym on that day that we design for workout day?
maybe treating myself to something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
maybe going to the movies or something.
Uh-huh. On that same day or maybe over the weekend?
Maybe the weekend, yeah, if I can
Yeah.
make it to the gym, I could go to the movies.
And so you were talking about going to the gym after work, right?
Mhm.
A lot of people find it that if you pack your bag, your your gym bag, and go with your gym bag to work, your likelihood of going to the gym after work is much higher than you going back home, getting your workout gear, and then leaving home to go to the gym.
Okay.
I wonder if that could help,
Might, yeah.
because then you just get dressed in the office and you're out. Sometimes then we get home and it's always harder to leave home because it's
Right.
cozy and more comfortable.
Right.
It's easier to stay.
Mhm. Yeah, I could try that, sure.
Okay. So when do you think would be a good day?
Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay. And what about Wednesday makes it more appropriate, do you think?
Because I don't have to go to school, I just go to
Okay.
work.
All right. Yeah, you definitely have a lot on your plate, Dory.
Yeah.
You're a very busy woman.
Yeah, I sure am.
But it's important to give time to ourselves.
Yeah.
And I am pretty confident that if we're able to take these small steps, small achievements, your life is going to improve a lot.
Okay, well, thanks a lot for your time.
please, I'm here for you.
Mhm.
All right, so I think we got it. Oh
Okay,
yes,
good.
we definitely got it. Thank you, Dory.